This is the brief on Newsfirst Digital.
A very good evening and welcome. This is the brief at 7 on Newsfirst Digital. I'm Ramesh, Irugalbandara. Now, as we began the brief at 7, we said that evolution is a part of human nature, and we too have evolved once again. We are tweaking tonight's news bulletin just a bit to see how the performance varies. So we would really appreciate your feedback on the new format of our news bulletin. That being said, let's get on with the news. Well, the top story has to be the prices of fuel. Now, in order to get a clear picture of what happened, we need to go back to yesterday. Now, last night at around 10:30-11, the Ceylon Petroleum Corporation announced that they will be increasing the prices of fuel. Thereby, the new price revision came into play, and after midnight yesterday, the petrol prices and diesel prices were increased. 92 octane petrol prices was increased to 145 rupees, while 95 octane petrol was increased to 155 rupees a litre. Diesel was also increased. Diesel was increased to 118 rupees a litre, while super diesel was 129 rupees a litre. Following the CPC announcement, the Lanka IOC also made an announcement that they too will be increasing their prices. Now, the increase in prices in petrol by the Lanka IOC varied slightly from the price increase of the CPC. The 92 octane petrol provided by Lanka IOC was 1 rupee higher than the CPC at 146 rupees, while the 95 octane petrol was also priced a bit higher than the CPC 95 octane petrol. Diesel prices, however, remain the same. Now, this is where the twist comes into play. The CPC announced earlier today that they will be reverting to the prices that stood yesterday. Now, with effect from now, the prices of petrol and diesel provided by the Ceylon Petroleum Corporation goes back to the price that it was yesterday. However, the Lanka IOC is yet to announce what they are going to do. They are yet to announce whether they will follow the CPC and reduce the prices of fuel. But stay tuned to News First. We will, of course, bring you the latest as and when we receive it on this fuel price revisions. On to another story that we followed yesterday as well. Yesterday, we brought to you details that Austin Fernando resigned from his position as secretary to the president. Today it was announced that a replacement has been named. The president's media division announced that senior administrative officer Uday R. Senviratne has been appointed to fill in the vacancy created by Austin Fernando. So Uday R. Senviratne is the new secretary to the president with effect from today. On to another local story that will be affecting a lot of people here in Colombo. There is a water cut that has been scheduled for tomorrow. According to the Water Supply and Drainage Board, a number of areas in Colombo and its suburbs will experience a 9-hour water cut tomorrow from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. This is because of urgent repairs that are necessary. The Water Board noted that the area surrounding Colombo 5 and the area under the purview of the Kotte Urban Council will experience this water cut. They also noted that the areas of Colombo 4, Colombo 6, Colombo 8, the Maharagama and the Borolaskamo areas will receive water, however, at a very low pressure. So if you are staying at home tomorrow, do take precautions. The water cut comes into effect at 9 a.m. tomorrow. On to another local story that caught our attention today. Yesterday, it was revealed in court that there was a raid carried out in the remand prison, the ward where beneficial owner of Perpetual Treasuries Limited, Arjun Aloysius, and its CEO, Kasun Palisena, were being held. It was revealed in court yesterday that there were several mobile phones and SIM cards found within this section of the ward where they are being kept. Well, a special investigation has been launched with regard to the mobile phones and SIM cards that were found in this remand custody. Prison's media spokesperson Tushar Upuldenia said a team consisting of officers from the prison's intelligence unit have started an investigation. In addition, another investigation has also been launched with a prison superintendent leading the charge. Based on the investigation reports, a decision will be taken on whether or not Arjun Aloysius and Kasun Palisena will be transferred to another ward or will be transferred to another remand prison completely. So we will bring you details on this as well. On to a more somber note now. Former UPFA parliamentarian V.K. Indika from the Hambantota district passed away today at the age of 51. General Secretary of the United People's Freedom Alliance, Minister Mahinda Amaravira, said that he had passed away while at his residence. His remains are currently lying at the Colombo South Teaching Hospital. The former UPFA parliamentarian also had several positions in the Southern Provincial Council. That concludes the local section of the brief at 7. Let's move on to international news, where we first focus our attention to Mexico. 2 explosions at a fireworks workshop outside Mexico City yesterday killed at least 50 people, including rescue workers, and injured dozens more in the latest deadly police and other rescue workers arrived at the scene when a second explosion occurred. A statement by Mexican government said emergency crews attended the call of the first explosion when a second incident occurred, killing and injuring members of these groups. Reports say that there are at least 19 confirmed fatalities with 39 people injured. There has been a series of blasts at the fireworks market, workshop and depots about 32 kilometers north of Mexico City, including a series of massive explosions in a market in December 2016 that killed around 3 dozen people. The fireworks industry is the breadwinner for many families in the region, with safety standards and regulations often loose. And that's a wrap of the brief at 7 for tonight. As always, I'm Ramesh Irugalbandara. Don't forget to send in your thoughts and feedback on the new format that we followed tonight. Good night.